What's up, guys? It's Dementi Caliber here, chilling with my fiance, Tarot Storm. So, we're coming to talk about Shippo, or at least I am. Hopefully, she'll chime in here in a little bit. So, last night she guest broadcasted with him on you now, and it was just a bunch of shit talking, more or less. And I said, fuck it, we'll just go ahead and pull him into a Skype group chat. And it was mainly, for the most part, me making very valid points, him not getting it, and so on and so forth. And then he goes back to the shit where apparently I sit on my ass all day watching him or trying to figure out shit about him when I've been fishing for the past 3 weeks now, babe.
Okay.
And then he makes this comment like, "Well, why don't you make a video of you fishing?" I said, "Cause when I go out there, I just fish. I don't play on my phone. The whole point of me going fishing is disconnect from the internet." And then he was sitting there saying that, oh, because you'll be too boring. All you're doing is just waiting for a bite, and yada, yada, yada. And this tells me that he's never been fishing. Or if he has, it was probably when he was younger and he probably didn't catch anything. Because fishing isn't just sitting and waiting for a bite. When you do actually get a bite and you get a fish on your line, it's a hell of a fucking fight. And if you do the one wrong thing, you can snap your pole in half just like that. You really can. I'm sure Tara's seen that before.
Yeah. I mean, saying fishing is just sitting around and waiting for that is like saying that freaking hunting is sitting in a tree all day.
Yeah. And there's a lot of skill that's involved with fishing, which that'll be for a separate video. So, he he goes back to just saying that I have poor insults, this, that, and the other, and that I use the same insults over and over again when he does the same exact thing. So, I really don't know what to say about that one
Sure, I
because
want us to insult him differently, but
because I have a thing where I just call him bitch boy because honestly that's what he is. He whines like a little fucking bitch. But let's go ahead and because nothing really too much happened last night other than I was telling him the law and this, that, and the other, and he's calling me a dumbass. And one thing I do have to say is he keeps quoting or like comparing everybody else to me instead of comparing himself to me, and he told me
okay.
that didn't make any sense.
You know what I want to say, which like fucking drives me nuts?
Sure.
We say anything about him, he's like, "Oh, you haven't known me for 30 years." Okay, if that's the criteria for someone to be able to speak about you or like be your friend or whatever, then you are going to live your life alone.
Mm-hmm.
Because no one is going to have known you for 30 years except for maybe your mother.
Yeah, or your
She
family.
gave birth to you. Yeah, but even still, like, so what? The criteria is that someone had to have met you on the day of your birth to know you?
Yeah.
Like, it's criteria?
Yeah, it's like if that was the thinking of everybody, and I'm sure there's a lot of people who do things like that, but if everybody thought like that, nobody would have friends.
Right? Like, the whole point is to, like, get to know somebody, and you do not need to know them for their whole life to make a judgment on what kind of person they are. And someone who targets children to date or to even to be like adults that want to be friends with children creep me out. And he has, through his actions, he has shown that he wants to be friends with primarily kids ages 14 to 16, and he's 30, and that he also has romantic entanglement with said people who are of those ages, and that is not okay. So he's not really all that good of a person.
Yeah.
And I can make that judgment because of his actions. Your actions define you, not how you were as a kid, not how you were 2 days ago. Your actions at any given point in your life define you. That day, who you are to that person. If I go up to someone and I tell them they're a fucking cunt, to them, I'm not a good person, and that's fine. They don't need to have known me as a child. They don't need to have known me a year ago to know that I just disrespected them. That's all they need to know.
Mm-hmm.
Because your actions define you, and his actions have defined him very clearly as someone who's not a good person, as someone who could be considered dangerous, as someone who takes advantage of vulnerable teenagers. Whether that's because he mentally still thinks he's a teenager or what, but he does take advantage of vulnerable teenagers.
Yeah. And you're also not a good person when you're gonna sit here and talk about somebody's 15-year-old sister, say that they
Yeah,
can kill themselves.
so my sister too, and he met her now, but like before he would call her all this shit, and I'm like, you have never even seen a picture of her. Like
Yeah.
he got a 14-year-old to stalk a girl.
Yeah. And it's fucking pathetic.
Like I'm 20, I'm 21. Am I 21? And my friends are in the range of 20 to 30.
Yeah. Well,
Ouch.
I can't say the same for myself. I'm only friends with one minor, but she's like turning 18 in a few months.
Yeah. But I have no minor friends because that's pretty normal for a 21-year-old. You'd think you'd want to be around people your own age
Yeah.
or older. But no, it's not even like he's hanging out with people 27 or 25, like 5 years younger than him. We're talking half his age. When he was 15,
Literally.
he's born.
Well, actually, more than half his age.
Well, when you get to the 14 and under, yeah, but like,
Like, I'll use my age for an example. So I'm 22, about to be 23. We're not gonna. So we do 22 minus 17. That's only 5 years.
yeah.
And given that she's about to turn 18, I think she said last time I talked to her was within 4 months or something like that.
It's also not like you seek her out. She's
No.
only the one girl that you're friends with that's underage. Most of his friends are underage.
The only reason I'm friends with her is because she's been a really good fucking friend. But let's move on to what you do fully remember. Let's move on to today. 'Cause you know more about that than what I do.
Well, last night he was sending me audio messages on Skype, and then I went to bed because I was tired, and
We both went to bed because we were both tired.
he sent me another audio message while I was sleeping that basically just said, "You and Alpha tell me to go cut myself." Actually, I've never told him to go cut himself.
I did.
So you told him to go kill himself.
Yeah, it was same
Which
difference.
I feel like every pedophile should. Not the same thing, actually, because I corrected him. I'm like, no, kill, not. See, here's the thing.
And
And
if we really want to get technical, I didn't necessarily tell him to go kill himself. I told him to go jump off a bridge.
I told him to go kill himself, and I was talking.
sorry about that. Is that you calling me a bad boy?
Pretty much. I don't remember what I was saying now.
About killing himself and correcting him?
Shut up. Okay. The reason I corrected him is because most people use cutting as a form of coping because they don't want to die. They want to live, but they don't want the psychological pain there anymore, so they inflict on them. I don't want him to live. I think everyone like him needs to die. They're not they're not rehabilitatable. They're not. Every rehabilitated pedophile does it again.
Yeah.
Pedophiles go to jail. When they get out, they still do it. They're not rehabilitatable. I personally think that, like, you know what? Murder can happen by accident. Serial murder, but pedophilia, you're literally choosing to destroy a child's life for your own selfish, sick delusions.
And this goes back to that
Kill
whole. Go ahead.
him. Just, oh, I'm good. I'm done. You can carry on.
Well, then this goes back to that whole argument about pedophiles trying to get pedophilia recognized as sexuality. Basically, trying to get it to be legal. What possible gains could you get from having sexual relations with a child?
Barely fucked the child. That's what they do.
They can't work. They can't go out to the bar with you. Am I missing any points? I mean, honestly, what could you possibly see in a child?
I have no idea. I see children as annoying little fucking gremlins. Like I can't see them as anything else.
And we asked them last night. What did he? And he kept dodging and weaving all the questions. But we asked him, what did he see in that 14-year-old? Because the first thing I saw in that 14-year-old was she was fucking annoying.
Right? She was.
That's why I don't bring kids in the storm anymore. After the last killer, I said, nope, I'm done.
Yeah. The only reason she was here is because she didn't really seem to have anyone else.
Which turned out to be a big fucking lie. But I forgot what did he say? Oh yeah, going back to the ADHD topic, which I actually have this on video as well. He admitted that he's never had ADHD.
Yeah.
And then that really pisses me off that he's going to sit here and claim he had something that he got rid of or that went away when he's never even had it. And it pisses me off. But no, Shippo is not a good person. If you're going to sit here and sexually molest a child or have any type of relationship with a child, you are not a good person. Am I a good person? I don't think I'm a good person. Why? Because I'm a fucking asshole. And everybody calls me an asshole. I'm like, tell me something I don't know. I mean, I help my. And, I like how he always uses his mom as like a fucking shield. Let's go. I help out my mom, and I love my mom, and this and the other. I love my grandparents. I help out my grandparents. It still doesn't make me a good enough person.
Not really.
Just because I'm good to my grandparents, it doesn't mean shit. Yeah, I helped my grandfather out yesterday because he had cut his hand, and he needed help moving stuff. Does that make me necessarily a good person? To some people, probably. But if they knew me how I act to other people, nah, not even close. But I think we pretty much said all we needed to say in this video. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to Taro. Her YouTube channel name is Tarot Storm.
Yep. And I'm uploading a plug collection soon, so if you want to see all these sparkly.
Yeah, her fucking plug collection, just a little teaser, is fucking massive. It's bigger than my plug collection. But anyways, guys, this is Demented Caliber and Tarot Storm signing out.